Hi everyone, welcome back, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we're making Korean fried chicken, and we're making it two ways. We're going to have a chicken biscuit with some boneless chicken thighs, and then we're also going to fry up some bone-in pieces just so that we can have some extra chicken on the side. So let's get started. Two key things in Korean fried chicken is that you fry the chicken twice, and also that you have this nice sweet spicy sauce at the end that you brush on the chicken. But don't worry, I'll walk you through each step, and I'll link the recipe in the description below. So if you can do me a quick favor and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know the next time I post a video, then we can get right into it. Okay, to get started with my Korean fried chicken, I'm going to season my chicken so I can set it aside. I have 5 pounds chicken in total, so I'm going to double my recipe, but what I put on the recipe on my blog would be for about 2.5 pounds of chicken. So I'm just going to season it with some salt, put about 1/2 teaspoon in each bowl. I'm going to add some pepper, it's probably about 1/4 teaspoon, onion powder, and I'm going to grate 2 cloves of garlic into each bowl. Now I'm going to grate some ginger into each bowl. I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon of Korean red pepper powder. It depends on what kind of spice level you like. Now I'm just going to massage this in, and I'm going to let this marinate for at least ½ hour, but preferably longer. Now I'm going to make a quick pickled cucumber just to add a refreshing element to my chicken biscuits. So I'm going to cut up 4 mini cucumbers, or you can cut up 2 English or Persian cucumbers, and I'm also going to cut up 2 shallots. Now I'm going to combine 1/3 cup rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 1 teaspoon sesame oil. I'm going to mix that up. And I'm going to pour it over my cucumbers and shallots and give it a stir. I have some scallions left over from yesterday when I made dandan mian noodles. You can check that video out. And I'm going to let this sit. I'll probably put this in the smaller bowl and let this sit in the fridge. So now I'm going to make my biscuits. I have the oven preheating at 425 degrees. I have 3 cups of all-purpose flour. To this, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, 2 teaspoons kosher salt, 2 teaspoons sugar, and I'm going to mix this all together. To this, I'm going to add 2 sticks of unsalted butter. So you can either grate your butter, or you can cut it up into small 1-inch pieces. And this is cold butter that I'm talking about. Now using my hand, I'm just going to work this butter in. So I'm rubbing the butter in with my hands into the flour. So now I'm going to take a cup of cold milk and stir that in. Now I have a silicone mat that I'm going to lightly flour, and I'm going to turn this out onto the mat so I can knead it. gently. It's like a biscuit. It's very delicate. So I treat it delicately. Just like a baby. I guess I don't have a baby, so I don't really know. What I'm going to do now is just pat it into a circle so I can cut out my biscuits. Let's see, how high is this? About 1 inch high. I'm going to make some big biscuits today. This is about a 3-inch cutter, so I'm not going to get a lot. So I have my biscuits. I'm going to put this in the oven for until it's brown, like maybe 20-25 minutes, but I'm going to rotate it halfway through. Now for the chicken. 2 cups of flour, 2 cups cornstarch, 2 teaspoons baking soda, 2 teaspoons sugar, 4 teaspoons onion powder, 2 teaspoons red pepper powder. I'm gonna add 3. Just feel like living on the edge today. And whisk this well. So from this, I'm going to take about 3/4 cup of this mixture, and I'm going to pour in some water and whisk. Let me see, how much am I going to pour in? I poured in a little over 1/2 cup. I'm going to add a little bit more flour batter. So in total, about 1 cup of the batter with 3/4 cups water, cold water. Okay, so my chicken has been marinating. Now what I'm going to do is take some of this wet mix and just pour it in and give it a good stir. Okay, and now we're going to put our wet chicken in the dry mix, coat the dry mix, really pack it in, shake off the excess, set it down on the baking trays I have here, and repeat. Now we're going to let this chicken sit out with its coating for at least 15 minutes. So in the meantime, we're going to start heating our oil up on the stove to fry it, and we'll make the sauce. Okay, now to make the sauce. I'm going to put 1/2 cup of hot pepper paste, Korean hot pepper paste in, 1/2 cup ketchup, 1/2 cup brown sugar, 6 cloves of garlic, chopped up, about 2 teaspoons of honey, 2 tablespoons rice vinegar, 2 tablespoons soy sauce, pepper, and 2 teaspoons lemon juice. And I'm going to give that a stir and let it come to a little boil. And I'm going to let this simmer for about 5 minutes. Now for my first round of frying. My oil temperature is at 350 degrees, so I'm dropping in my boneless pieces first. And I'm going to fry that for about 3 to 5 minutes. Then I'm going to fry my bone-in pieces for about 8 to 10 minutes, depending on the size. I'm not overcrowding my pot, and between each batch of chicken, I'm going to make sure that my oil temperature goes back up to 350. a lot of times you forget about that, and then the second batch of chicken doesn't fry as well because the oil was not hot enough. Now for my second round of frying, I'm going to put my boneless pieces in for about 4 to 5 minutes to fry, and my bone-in pieces I'll fry for 8 to 10 minutes. And here's a beautiful golden brown chicken. So I'm just going to brush the sauce over it. You could toss it into the sauce, but brushing it makes it so it doesn't lose its crispiness as fast. Once this is done, we can put it all together. For our chicken biscuits, we can put our biscuit or boneless pieces of chicken and that nice pickled cucumber for this wonderful finished product. It was so nice and juicy and moist. The biscuit was flaky and complemented the chicken perfectly. And then we had our pieces on the side that we can just dig in. I hope you try this recipe. Leave me your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, if you could do me a favor and give me a thumbs up, hit the like button. It really helps me out. And I will see you next time. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.